It's J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Got another fire episode for you guys lined up. I appreciate everybody. Thought I had a black lip over here instead of a black eye. I thought I had a black lip. Like, what the hell? How did that happen? Anyway, when you get old, man, you start waking up with bumps and bruises. You don't know how in the world it happened. So, definitely was looking at that, a little worried. But anyway, got a lot of news stories to talk about. People been sending me a lot of great Instagram videos, so I'm going to go through those and check those out today. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. Don't forget to hit that hashtag JMoreReviews. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the support. And, of course, anybody with Super Chat or any of that stuff is always welcome. Shout out to my boy, Big Jimmy. His birthday is today. Happy birthday, brother Jimmy. And many more. All right. And so, with that being said, let's get this party cracking. Shout out to Ill Woods. First in the building. Came through. Said, what up, Jay? What up, chat? Hope y'all are having a nice Friday. Shout out to my girl, Barika. What's good, B? You say hi, Jay, in the chat. What's up, 305, Mr. City? What's good? What's good? Gina, what's up, Gina? How you doing? Glad to see you. Damian Kenny, what's up, man? How you feeling? What's up? Trey Carrillo, my boy Jay. What up, my boy Trey? What's good? What's good? Roscoe the Outlaw in the building. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Glad you came. What, GD? All right. So, a lot of stuff been happening lately. And so I got a few news articles to go over, and then talk about it. So I got so many things saved over here lately. Let's see. I'm trying to find this one thing. All right, so trying to find which one the best to start off with. Every time I see one, I see another one. Alright, let's say, wow. Alright, I'll kick it off with this one right here, where this, guys was fighting over their baby mama. Baby mama got the battery and one got back, and they fighting. So she ended up being the common denominator in it. So she going to court. And so what happens is when she go to court, she ends up seeing one of the baby daddies out front. And so while they end up talking and arguing or whatever out front, she ends up calling the other baby daddy and his friends who were in the car. They dropped her off. So they was just right around the corner. So they come around the corner and they start beating and stomping the other baby daddy, because the first baby daddy that had words with her thought she was by herself, but he also told her, if you want, we can fight, because that's how I get down. I get down like that. So then she calls the other baby daddy and friends who's in the car to fight this dude and stomp him. So then they proceed to stomp his ass and beat him, and then people rush to his defense for getting beat up and getting stomped. Now, I don't know. who's right or wrong in this situation. Because in a way, he did come at her and say, we could fight because that's how I get down. So what was he trying to do? Get down on beating on her? Because she did call a dude. Now, maybe you could say it was 2-on-1 or whatever the case, 3-on-1. I think it was 2-on-1, but anyway, you could say maybe that was the part where it was, a little different, maybe. But they stomped him and put a mud hole in his ass and walked it dry. So then the other guys run off. They done run off. That's my Samuel L. Jackson Django impersonation. They done run off. Anyway, so they run off, but they later get caught by the cops. Cops get all three of them for fighting, because this was all in front of the city courthouse. So they all end up getting caught up or whatever. And so the guy that got beat was the first guy that got hemmed up by the police. They done beat the shoe off his ass. And so he walking and everybody told who it was. And so he got arrested first. He told the story, and then they arrested the other two. So all three are in jail. So do you think the guy that got his ass whooped should be in jail? Because he was sitting there just minding his business on the phone call when he said that they was pointing at him and threatening words and end up coming to whoop him. It said right here, he told the women that if they wanted to fight, he would fight them, because that is how he handles himself. That's how I handle myself, Joe. I'm just saying, if they got a problem, I'll beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how I handle myself, Joe. I'm talking about them, though. Not if they get somebody else. I ain't got a problem with that person. Only them. I only fight people I have a problem with. So if it's a little baby, I beat that baby ass. If it's a little kid, I beat that kid ass. If it's a man, let's talk about it. Why we need so much violence in the world, brother? What's the problem? A girl, I beat her ass, because that's how I handle myself. Any fight I can win, I'm about to win it. Anyway, these guys, one of them was already on probation. Then they got him with possession of marijuana. They love adding that on to charges, and this is in Indianapolis. They love adding that to charges in Indianapolis. That's why they won't make it legal. Possession of marijuana and intentionally operating a motor vehicle without ever receiving a license. They say he ain't ever received a license. And he was on pre-trial release for testing law enforcement. Oh, he was testing me, Your Honor. I want him arrested. He was testing me. Monsieur Candy, she doesn't run off. Monsieur Candy. So, man, I ain't never seen the charge of testing law enforcement. Oh, you testing me? Yeah, I'm testing you. That's all I needed. Confession. Take him to jail. Wait a minute. What you talking about? I'm taking you to jail. You don't be testing me, okay? I am the law. When I tell you what to do, you do it. You don't be testing me. You doing too much, okay? Only my kids, they be working my nerves and testing me, but you ain't my kids. I ain't gonna allow you to be working my nerves. No sirree. I'm writing you up. I'm taking you in. I'm taking you to the big house. Ain't gonna be nothing but big, angry, sweaty men's ready to grab you and rub up against you and do all kind of muscular, mad, sweaty things to you. Is that what you want? Because I do. Uncle Clifford, it's going to be enough Uncle Cliffords for you to sink your teeth in. Come here, Cliffy Poo. Gina, you say, I don't feel bad for him. He was man enough to try to fight women. He should have been able to handle both dudes. I know, right? I mean, that's whack, though, to tell the women, if you want to fight, we can fight, because that's how I handle myself. But then when he got whooped, he was singing a different tune when the cops pulled him over. Now, I mean, I think it was whack that he was talking about that's how I handle myself, as in terms of beating on them women, on the girl or whatever. That was whack as hell. And so, with that, I don't mind him getting this jump off, being the jump off. Because, you know, you just talking crazy. Now, if he told her, get out of here, I ain't trying to hear it, or whatever, and then she got him jumped, then I would say she was bogus. So, I don't know. Anyway. Damian Kinney and Denzel voice. They got room for y'all at the booty house. Make you grab your ankles quick. You got room for you at the booty house, huh? All right. Okay. Yeah. Make you grab your ankles real quick, huh? All right. Yeah. You like them sweaty men that's all in there waiting for you. Or me. Shoot. Nah, man, I don't know what the world's going on. I got some scary news for... Okay, here's where I was looking. Here's all my things. No wonder I couldn't find the ones I was looking for. Okay, cool. I found it. So for some reason, I got two places that my stuff is going now instead of one. Alright. Well, a lot of people on the West Coast and in the LA area, I'm sure you probably have gotten used to hearing this and have seen this for a long time, maybe the whole lifetime, depending on your age. But drought. So it's a lot of drought happening in the West Coast, and it's going to eventually affect, you know, the Midwest and the East Coast. But right now, Lake Mead, which is the lake attached to the Hoover Dam, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, is at its lowest point since 1937. That's when they built it. That's when they built it, and it's at the lowest point since. It said, and Lake Mead is the largest reservoir in the United States, for those who don't know the significance. It's the largest in the United States. It was filled to 27% capacity, according to NASA. Just 27% capacity right now. And it says that these photos taken in 2000, 2021, and 22 show it appearing to grow less and less full of water, even in 1 year span of 21 and 22. It's been a big difference. So this first picture is in 2020, which already shows a lot of water that has receded. But look how wide that is compared to just last year. Wow, this is nothing. This looks all dried up right here. Wow. Yeah, this looks all dried up already right here. And then you can see right here the white edge. Look how far back it's gone from just 20 years. And then right here, wow. And that's this year, 2022. They lost all this little piece pretty much right here. All that's gone. Wow. So if you got a chance to get out of California or the West Coast, you might want to sell your property now, because when it really hits the fan and it's a real drought happening, it's gonna be hard to sell a house where nobody can have water. Ain't nobody gonna want to buy that house or a condo. Best to get out now while people ain't paying attention, and you still got a chance to sell that condo or house and get out with some money while you can and get you another place. I would go in the Midwest by the Great Lakes. That is one thing good about living in the Midwest, is that we got a lot of lakes in the Midwest, so we get a lot of fresh water in different ways. But yeah, it's messed up. Savannah, you right. Al Gore talked about this in the movie that he made, and a lot more people have talked about it too, and nobody's doing anything. It seems that human beings are smart, but people are dumb. And so, the human being as a species is very smart, intelligent, able to communicate, do so many different things athletically. But when it comes down to what people do and how people act, people are dumb. And we are procrastinators and like to wait until the last minute before we do things, which is a bad strategy to live life. But it is what it is, and so we'll see how it go. Shout out to Miss Jocelyn. What's up, Miss Jocelyn? How you doing? Glad to hear from you and see from you, and I appreciate the super chat, definitely. You said, hey, everyone in Jay, missed you guys from watching and listening. The eye surgery knocked me down for 6 weeks and still a road to go. Well, I'm glad that you still on that road and you still got that strength to move on. I know it's been a while, so 6 weeks, wow. Well, I'm glad that you feeling better, getting better. And, I do an audio version as well, so if you ever want to check it out, you can listen to it. But more importantly, rest your eyes, and I hope you feel better and continue on that road to recovery, because ain't nothing more valuable than your health. People in the world don't value their health until it's been compromised, which is why we have a problem with Medicaid and Medicare, because a lot of these people that are voting on this stuff don't have the health problems, this politicians and people, so they're not valuing their health or other people's health. Plus, they got really good health insurance, government funded. So they're like, well, they may be screwed, but I'm okay, which is another horrible way to do things. But anyway, yeah, Jocelyn, definitely sending out some prayers to you. Get well soon. Thanks to Gina as well, sweetheart. Gina is dope. All right, I got, so I know a lot of people be traveling and stuff. How many people have experienced turbulence, bad turbulence? Oh, hold on. Before I get to that, let me play a video for you right quick, Miss Jocelyn, for the super chat, and I hope it make you feel a little better. Let's see what we got here.
1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now.
That's it. That's it. Move.
That's it. You're a Cowboys fan, so you're used to pain. I get it. You be alright. Alright. So, back to this traveling on the plane. How many people experience really bad turbulence? I only experienced some serious turbulence once in all my time flying a plane. Nah, I haven't been no international businessman where I fly a whole lot. I've flown a few times in my life, and that's it. But this says multiple people have been hospitalized following severe turbulence on an American Airlines flight. It said multiple people were sent to the hospital following what's been reported as severe turbulence from Tampa, Florida to Nashville, Tennessee. So that's just a regular domestic flight. And it said the plane was diverted to Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. Let me click this thing. In Alabama, after encountering unexpected turbulence while over the Pensacola region. A total of 8 people were hospitalized after the incident, which ultimately saw the plane make a safe landing in Alabama around 3:17 p.m. local time. The FAA has already confirmed it would be investigated, while NTSB, at least at the time of this writing, had not made a final call. It said, let's see, the rep confirmed that a total of 52 customers, 2 pilots, and 2 flight attendants were aboard the flight at the time. Okay. All right, so, wow. They had 8 people hospitalized because of turbulence. Now, I don't know how much turbulence it is to put you in the hospital, but I don't know, man. These airlines have been paying out a lot of money to people lately. $10,000 to take a later flight, to get off of this flight. How many people would take $10,000 to get off your flight and get another flight? I would. Put a 1 if you would take the money. Put a 1 M for money. Put a 2 M if you're not going to take the money. 2 for no for taking the money. If they offer me 10 grand, I'm off this flight straight up. We can bounce. 10 grand? Nah. That's yeah, I'm out of here. So, yeah, I would hate to be somewhere a little longer and all that, but 10 grand is a nice amount of money. I could do some things with that 10 grand right there. Gina says she taking that money. Dame taking that money. I know that's right. I'm taking that money too. Straight up. It's, it's a nice amount. Alright, I got a couple little videos right here. Let's see. This video was sent to me. Shout out to Barika for sending this video. This is a good video. Type of subjects that I do talk about on Tuesdays with my girl Kelly Lee. Shout out to Kelly Lee. It says this TikTok user says white women date black men because of the power dynamic. They have their whiteness over black men. Wow, let's hear this.
White women love black men because of the power dynamic, because white women have never had any power over men in their lives. Because obviously all the white men in their lives have always had all the power over them. So white women have whiteness over black men. And obviously to be in any sort of like control feels good, especially when you're used to never being in control. White women feel safe with black men, not only because of the hypermasculinity that they believe black men exhibit, but because of the lightness and power they hold over black men. This is why also white women can still be racist and be with black men. And be like a conservative white woman who like married to a black man. And this is why white women love their black sons and hate their black daughters. Black sons give you access to the patriarchy. They give you power, whereas black daughters don't. White women love black men because of the power dynamic, because white women have never had any power over men in their lives.
This says right here, Real Yanni, I've been saying this. If men would critically think for a second, but their egos are so damn big, surely this can't be. It's coming from the horse's mouth now. Everyone feels bad for Khloe Kardashian, but the world now sees who's really running that relationship. With this new baby on the way, due to the system, you will see two different types of broken black masculinity. One that wants to be dominated, and the other type is hyper-domination, which in some cases comes across as hyper-controlling. Y'all rest easy. Alright. Well, what do y'all think about that? Let's see, Damian Kennedy said, I always thought some interracial relationships were forbidden fruit cases. I am kind of glad that this has been put out there a little bit so that we can hear what's going on from somebody explaining it about their own people and self and situation. But I don't know how much power dynamic they may have over the black man with that. I don't know. Kelly Lee in the building. What's up, Kelly? You say, I'm glad she put it out there. I'm shocked to hear her say they got power over the black man. That's exactly what I was just saying. I don't know how much power they actually have over a black man unless what? They call the police? What? Pull a credit report, maybe? Like, what are they doing to have power over a black man? What? If she say, no, I want to pay for the bills, what he gonna say? Yeah, okay, no problem, baby. He allowing you to pay for everything. That's what he's there for. I don't know. Doggy54, what's up, Doggy54? You said she could turn into a Karen in a heartbeat. I know, right? And not my good Karen. She turned into one of them toxic Karens, them bad Karens. But yeah, I don't know, man. What power, you all let me know in the comments. What power does a white woman have over a black man if that's her partner? Of course, she can always call the cops and say something. I get that part. But I don't know what power she would have really over that. Let's see. Kelly said the power she is referring to is the white is right power. Huh. But if we're in a relationship, I'll just ignore you. When I say, I don't know, like, what power they would have in a relationship. If she was not in a relationship with that man, and then she ran crying to somebody that he did something to her, then I'm sure they would believe her automatically. Not to say that if it was a black woman and she did the same thing, that they shouldn't believe her. They should, Because if a woman run up crying and hysterical about somebody did something, you should believe them. So I don't know what power she may have. I don't know. Gina, you say my uncle's married and had children with white women. For my uncles, that's a true statement. Barika, they can turn into a Karen and BM can lose their freedom. You ain't lying. The police will believe her over him. That's why I say it's only with the police. When the police are called do I see she having power over black man. So what does she mean? If we in a relationship, I'm stuck with you because you'll call the cops on me at any moment and say some stuff? So would you blackmailing me to be in your relationship? I don't think that's happening. I hope not, because that would be horrible. Damian Kinney, you say at Jocelyn, Chloe is having the second child, so her child will have a sibling. Not in love with Tristan. Ain't they having the baby through a surrogate or something? She doing some weird stuff so you can have a play partner. We'll just go make one and another person. I don't really like your dad, but I want y'all to have the same genes. Wow. Doggy 5'4". Black dudes got to stop thinking when you got a white girl, it's a trophy. I agree with that. I don't think anybody should be thinking anybody is their little trophy unless you're my trophy because you're a prize in my life. But don't be like, oh yeah, I got this big booty girl, yeah, that's my trophy. Or I got a white girl, yeah, I got a snow bunny. I got a snow bunny, yo, I'm doing one. Like, no, it then wouldn't have mattered if she was black, white, whatever. You know, as long as you happy and satisfied, you know, that's all that matters. And of course, everybody gonna say, yeah, they agree with that. But at the same time, it's like they feel like they made it when they got that. Just like the white people think they doing one when they got a black person, maybe. Now, at least, maybe they didn't back in the day, but they do now. So, anyway. Gina said her child has 3 siblings already. Damian Kinney. Yeah. But yeah, that's a crazy situation right there. I don't really know too much about them like that, but that sounds crazy. Alright, so this right here, speaking of crazy, this is definitely gonna be crazy. Oh, I forgot before I get to this. I forgot I had this other thing pulled up. Hold on. It was R. Kelly. R. Kelly's story. Hold on. Where'd it go? Damn, it's gone. Alright, hold on. I got an R. Kelly story right quick. Let me pull up this R. Kelly story right quick for you. So, R. Kelly, as we all know, is in jail. And now he's turned into somebody else as the reason why he was doing what he was doing. He's blaming a new person. Where did it? Let's see. Let's see, where'd it go? Well, I can't find it. But it's saying that R. Kelly is blaming his wife, Drea, for what he was involved in, saying that she was responsible for some of his actions. I can't believe this just left off of my thing right here. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm trying to get the damn article pulled up. Of course it would no longer work when you need it the most. But anyway, how many of you all think R. Kelly new defense strategy is gonna work? Damn, they took the damn thing I had off of what I had saved. Wow. How did that happen? I see a lot of good stories on here I need to get done though. Wow, I cannot believe this R. Kelly story is gone. Anyway, I don't think his new strategy is going to work, and I think that he do whatever it takes right now to try not to spend the rest of his life in prison. It's kind of a heartbreaking story to see him go through what he went through as a child, and then he becomes a success in the music business and does all these big things in the music business, but then behind the scenes was doing all these things to young ladies, and now is going to be in jail for the rest of his life, basically. I mean, damn, this is like a TV movie tragedy that he even would do all of this and be all of this. And Jocelyn, you was listening to him right now, huh? Yeah, you know. So it's just really messed up. Said his wife turned his kids against him. Doggy 5'4", I was always listening to R. Kelly music. That's classic. You telling me I can't step in the name of love no more? They gave us Cosby and got Kales. So I'm, as far as listening to R. Kelly music, at first I would still listen to the music because I was thinking, you know, you could separate what a person does from their music or whatever it is they do, craft, video, or whatever. But now it's hard to listen to R. Kelly for me now. Not that I no longer like the music, because I do, and I want to listen to some of it, but all I can think about is all the things he was involved and accused of, and now it looked like convicted of. And so it was hard to be trying to step in the name of love, or, you know, listening to Aaliyah talking about age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, is that what you was thinking when you was all over there with Aaliyah, huh? Man, forget that. I'm about to hit that. You know what? Age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, yeah. And a now ain't nothing but a thing. I was listening in class. Now ain't nothing but a thing. That's right. Person, place, or thing. I got it. I paid attention in class. Like what? It's just too much stuff he said and did now that it's hard for me not to think about what he did as much as like watching a movie directed by a director that has very questionable background, you know. So Barika, you say he been a perv long before he met her. He needs to take accountability for his actions. That's true. I agree. He definitely, before he met her, and he convinced her to join in and do stuff. So trying to get her, he trying to go after her because she got more money than he does right now. She got like about a net worth of $3 million or something like that. So he's broke. He's in a negative net worth. He got a negative net worth. I mean, wow. That's just crazy. Like, I don't even have a negative net worth. It ain't much, but it ain't negative. Okay. So, I don't know. I think it's just going to be pretty sad for what the end of R. Kelly has become. You know. Dame Kenny said Kelly want his cake and eat it too. Life doesn't work like that. His children are adults now. If they wanted to see him, they would. He could have kept close to them as well. That's true. He keep talking about my kids. They grown now. That is true. Because, yeah, his kids are grown, so they can do what they want to do. You can't say she holding back anything. They know how to get on a plane. They know how to book stuff. They know how to pay for stuff. They don't need permission. Jocelyn, you say, if you say that, Jay, that means you can't listen to radio because he wrote and produced 75% of all kind of artists' music in the radio. That percentage is, let's just be nice and say, a little bit off. And R. Kelly music is old now, so they don't play as much stuff that he was involved in like they used to, because they playing current artists material. So a lot of the things that he did produce is not played. And that's what I'm saying is about comparing him to a director that's directing a movie versus the actual actor. You may not want to see the actual actor, or in this case, hear the singer, but you may not mind what they do behind the scenes because it's not in your face reminding you of their transgressions. For example, if he produced or made the beat for a song, it's not hearing his voice all across the song in the sense as if he was singing. So that's what I'm saying. It's not in his face as much. That's all. In our face. Doggy54, you say his kids feel like they daddy a disgrace, especially his daughter. Yeah, you know they done seen some things. You know they done seen some things growing up in that house and know some things, and if they ever decided to testify, he'd be ruined. Kels would be ruined. Looking out of that prison window. Looking out of that prison window. Alright, this next story I want to talk about is half of Americans expect a civil war in the next few years. How many of you all think it's going to be a civil war in the United States in the next few years? Put a 1C for civil war if you think it's a possibility of a civil war, let's say in the next 10 years. Put a 2C if you do not think it's a civil war in the next 10 years. Alright, so they say next few years. A study released Wednesday found out that half of Americans expect a civil war in the next few years. About 50.1. So just barely enough to say half. But still, 50% is barely enough to say more than half. But 47.8% disagreed on this survey. 14% said they strongly or very strongly agree that a civil war is imminent, while 36% said they somewhat agree. All right. The results come as the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th is set to hold the final hearing. Okay, it says that the results of this poll may signal reasons for concern about a future of American democracy. 2/3 of respondents said there is serious threat to the country's democracy, and almost 90% said it is very or extremely important for the United States to remain a democracy. But more than 40% said having a strong leader for the country is more important than having a democracy. Well, that's showing that they don't know what a democracy means. Almost 1 out of every 5 said they agreed strongly or very strongly with that statement. Wow. Almost 20% said they agree very strongly or strongly that violence might be justified to protect democracy if elected leaders will not, while more than 15% said they agree strongly or very strongly with using violence to save our American way of life, which is disappearing. What is the American way of life? Work a job, home ownership, buying junk we don't need. What is the aware? I don't think that's disappearing. Wow. They want that white way of life. And I don't know, man. It's just crazy out here what people say and do sometimes. I don't think it's gonna be that. Doggy, you say it's 2C because it's gonna be less than 10 years. Okay. 2C. Nah, they don't know nothing about looking out them project windows. That's right. You say those polls are ridiculous, who they interviewing. I know that's right. Cause I don't think that it would be able to be a civil war, because it's not as split so simple as it was when we had the real Civil War with North and South. It's a lot of people that are Democrat or Republican that live next door to each other. Some people are even in the same household. But you gonna split your house in half? You know, you can't. It's just too intertwined now. Much more complicated than North, South, slavery, no slavery. Really, what would be the issues that they would want to leave the United States over? To me, I haven't seen any issues that would even suggest, cede from the Union. Or I haven't seen any issues or heard any issues severe enough where I would say we no longer need to be part of the United States. That's crazy to me. So with these people talking about civil war, I don't know where they are from. It said California on here. But I don't understand where they think. How could you think it's going to be a civil war? You're going to be fighting for your neighbors? Because that's what's going to happen. What they thought they're going to go to war with Alabama. That ain't how it's going to work. Because everybody is all mixed up. I might be fighting my damn neighbors outside my house, outside my front door. Like, who want to be going through all of that? So, I hope that's not the case. I don't think that's the case. I got some hair right here. This hair, whatever this hair is right here, It keeps making my nose itch right here. So if y'all see me rubbing, that's what I'm doing. It's getting on my dang on nerves. Alright, before we get up out of here, I'm going to tell y'all about this crazy show on HBO that I watch. I'm trying to pull it up. I thought I had it ready, but I don't know what's happening. But this show, this is really good. If you all want to watch a show that's different than anything else, then you might want to watch The Rehearsal. The Rehearsal. And when I saw the previews for this show, I was like excited. I wanted to see this. And then when it came on the other day, I forgot it was coming on. I was like, oh yeah. So I watched it. So this guy right here, he pretty much, when he goes to meet you, he's already rehearsed this. So what he did is sent in the crew to meet this black guy. They talked to him, they did different stuff, and they pretty much scanned the entire model of his apartment of where they would be talking. He hired actors and actresses and different stuff to come in and pretend to be him and people he know or whatever, and then they would talk, go over different lines. How did that make you feel? What was that? Da, 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 da. To the point where when he come in, everything he say is right on point. He done got to know everything about you, your friend, all this stuff, and he's rehearsed this first impression, this first encounter. And then he's helping these people with now rehearsing an encounter with someone they know over a sensitive subject, like the black guy right here. This was a whack reason, but he has a college degree, and he had told some of them that he had a master's degree, and he wanted to come out of the closet and let them know that he actually don't have a master's degree. He just has a regular bachelor's degree, and he felt so bad and so guilty over that, and so he wanted to come out of the closet and tell them that that's all he had. But anyway, it was a good episode, just at looking at how much somebody can get information from you or manipulate you or do certain things. It's very eye-opening. I would like to watch it in Discord with my people, but we'll see if anybody has time. But it was a very good episode. So, The Rehearsal. Check it out. I recommend it. I've been watching it, and I think it's pretty good. It's definitely worth checking out for something different. Alright? B, I definitely agree with you. It says in a few years that they'll be the minority in this country, and we'll be a majority minority country. And I think that they don't like that. The birth rate is low for white women. They're trying to increase the birth rate and protect their way of life. So, anyway. Alright, y'all. I hope everybody had a good week. I hope you all have a good weekend. I appreciate everybody for coming through, supporting the channel. I know it's a lot of people out there with channels and trying to go live at the same time and all kind of stuff. So everybody that came here to rock with me, I definitely appreciate it. Because I know you could have been a lot of other places. So definitely appreciate you coming through. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for all the support. Everybody with all the comments. And I'll see y'all on the next episode. Sunday. And y'all have a good evening. All right? Good weekend. And we out of here. Peace. This is for that super chat. Spreading love. Spreading love is the Brooklyn way. Oh. Deuces.